319 on a beat.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the final episode of the Black History Month special of The Real Question Is. And for the fourth episode, I have one of my closest friends, Ruth, who is a hairstylist and business owner. So I'm so excited to do this interview because I feel like you've been on your grind for so long.
Yeah, I have.
When did you start doing hair?
I started doing hair when I was 15. I learned at my local African hair salon, and it was an interesting experience. And then I started, so I was training there for about 3 years, and then I went to uni, and then that's when I took the business way more seriously, and it kind of just took off there.
So when you went to uni, you did hair?
Yes, I did hair. I did hair like maybe once or twice a week, so I could like balance it with my like uni work. You know, it was a nice part-time job. And
yeah,
that's what I was doing.
Okay, cool. But then what did you do for your degree?
Okay, so I did textile design at university, which was a very hands-on course. You know, playing with lots of colours, textures, patterns, and I loved it. But I think when I left uni, I was just like, do you know what? I think it's time that I explore working for myself full time, and you know, I haven't looked back since, and that's what I do now. So yeah.
Exciting. So when you were younger then, so like take it back to when you were, I don't know, in school, what age were you when you were like, right, I know that I need to start thinking about, well not thinking about, but what age were you aware of the fact that you need to work to have money?
Okay. Wow. I think, do you know what? My mum being a single mum, I remember her rushing to get me from school. and I used to think, oh my gosh, why is she rushing? But I realised she was coming, you know, she did a lot of night duty work. So she was rushing to pick us up from school because she's been sleeping, only to prepare dinner, pick us up and go back to school again. So I think that was maybe around 5, I realised,
5 years old.
5 years old, I realised you actually need to work. You need to work in this country, you know. But I would say I became more conscious of it when I was, oh my gosh. It's something I've always been aware of.
Yeah.
You know, having an immigrant mother, she's always instilling into you, you know, work hard, into bed, and, you know, your classmates say, I think since forever.
Yeah. So then when did you start thinking about what you want to do when you're older? Because when you're younger, right, you think about like, for a moment in time I want to be a ballerina, and then a singer, and then like when I got a bit older it was like, would I enjoy being like a journalist, or would I enjoy, do you know what I mean? And then I started thinking about like more realistic goals. When did you start thinking about like what you wanted to do when you were older?
I was very indecisive. I'm still indecisive now. When I was 16, I knew I liked doing art. I always did wear art. I did a foundation course in art at uni, and even then I still didn't know what I wanted to do. Yeah. But after that year, I then decided I want to go into textile design, and then after doing textile design, I've decided I want to go into hair. So I'm kind of always changing it up, but all I know is that I like using my hands. Okay. So if I just follow my passion that involves using my hands, then I know that I'll be on the right path. So yeah.
That's really good, I like that.
Thank
you. So do you kind of have like, when it comes to doing hair, obviously you've got your brand and your business is called Braids Central. How did you come up with that name?
Serena. My friend Serena.
Shout out Serena.
Yeah, Serena. I need to really credit her more often. I think I called her while I was like, before I got to uni, she was the one that was like, Ruth, I think you should really take braids more seriously and do it at uni. And we brainstormed some ideas for the business name on the phone, and she said Braids Central. I said, yeah, that's it, I like it, that one's going to be the one. So yeah, there's not really a crazy story behind the name.
Yeah, but often that is just the case, that you're just having a conversation and just spitballing ideas.
Yeah.
And obviously your go-to colour is...
Yes.
pink chairs,
And,
pink top, pink wall.
it's such a pretty, calm colour, and I think it's very unisex. so yeah.
What makes you think it's unisex?
Depending on the guy, it's very unisex. I think it's a colour that exudes tranquility. Calmness. It's just such a calming colour, and I think that embodies any gender.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think more boys, when they see my page, I don't want to think, oh, it's such a girly page. I want you guys to know that you're welcome to come and get your hair done here.
So yeah, so we've just mentioned the pink, and obviously everything in here is pink, and that is because we're in your salon,
Yes.
which is still in progress.
Yes, unfortunately. So basically we're filming in my 2B salon. It just needs a bit more renovation. I'm really excited. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in November I can move in and expand the business and possibly employ people to start braiding.
Yeah.
Beside me. So yeah.
So when did you really flip it? Because obviously you went to uni and you were doing hair on the side, and you've been doing hair for like 8 years now, right?
Yeah.
Almost 9 years. When did you flip it to, I'm going to take this seriously, like I'm going to be an actual business, I'm going to register to HMRC and like do all of those things? When we were like, right, this is actually going to be my career.
Yeah.
And what was the journey and process to like sorting all of that out?
Yeah, okay, so when I finished university, everyone goes through that university everyone goes through that post-uni blues season where you just feel a bit down, you don't know what you're doing in life. During that season, I had an internship and I wasn't really keen on it. So once that internship finished, I kind of just sat down with myself and I said, right, what am I going to do with myself? What am I good at, and what can where do I go from here? So
yeah.
I started to pick up more clients, and I believe, when did I register my business? I registered earlier this January.
Okay.
January and February, just after the last lockdown, because I knew I can finally take business seriously. So yeah, I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah. So Braids Central as a business really has begun this year.
Yes, it's a very, very new business, but I've been braiding for.
You've been a
long time.
hairstylist for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you started off your journey as a hairstylist, you know you always want to do things with hands, and I know you're super creative. Have you ever thought beyond Braids Central as a business? Have you ever thought, okay, I'm going to be hairstyling like celebrities and for shoots, and do you know what I mean? Or do you enjoy like having your business and growing, like building your salon, and you want to stay in that lane?
Okay, so I want to do a bit of everything. I would love to grow the business in the salon. I would love for it to be a creative hub full of hairstylists like myself, braiding and, getting to know new clients, and just honestly like a family environment. But then there's also a part of me that also wants to go into more creative photo shoot sort of hairstyling.
Yeah.
And there's also a part of me that wants to go into, oh gosh, I forgot. Oh, there's one other avenue with hairstyling that I really want to go into. I think it's movie sets and hair sets and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to do more stuff like that, because sometimes I do want more of a challenge when I'm braiding hair. So yeah, I just see Braids Central being, there's a lot of different routes that can go down. So
100%, and I think as well, when you're really talented, you'll find those opportunities, because I think there is actually more of a call at the moment for black hairstylists and makeup artists on movie sets and TV sets and stuff, because we're seeing increasingly that like black actresses and models are like talking out like, look at how they did my hair.
It's such a shame.
Yeah.
Those experiences,
No, definitely. So obviously, like, as you mentioned, you came from like a single parent background, and you saw from a very young age your mum hustling and everything like that. And now you're actually in the process of opening up your salon. That's a really big thing. So congratulations.
Thank you. I forget that it's a big deal. I still don't think it's a big deal. Like, all it is moving to a salon.
From your room to a salon.
Oh yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? Like this is a really big achievement. But like obviously you've had to go through a lot to get to this stage, and like nothing in life is free.
Yeah.
So talk to me a bit about the challenges and
Yeah.
like the journey to this space.
Right. Okay. Well, any business owner will know that you deal with a variety of different clients, and I've had some very, very interesting stories with certain clients. When I finished uni, I was working from my bedroom, and it's such a tiny, tiny bedroom.
Yeah.
So for me to be, come to think of it, for me to be actually moving into my own salon is kind of actually a big deal, because my bedroom's tiny. I live in a family house where, you just want privacy with your client, but you just can't. Or, sometimes my mum calls me, she wants me to like season the chicken, I'm working. So, I've had many ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I love my clients, but gosh, I've made myself so much more stronger when it comes to conducting myself as a businesswoman, because I just have way more boundaries now when it comes to clients. And I think, do you know what? I think this salon personifies, or what's that word? When you call some, I feel like this salon's like a metaphor for me finally having my boundaries as a businesswoman,
Yeah.
I don't think I communicated that very well, but
No, I understand what you mean. This is like a new chapter.
Yeah, this is a new chapter, and it just, it definitely represents a lot. So, yeah.
Amazing. So tell me some of your horror stories then.
Okay.
Obviously, don't name names.
Okay, so this lady, she was a girl. She messaged me, on Instagram. She was like, "Please, I need my hair done. Please, if you could just squeeze me in." And I said to her, "Oh, I don't think I can. I'm busy. I'm also a uni student. I need to go back to uni soon." And she was just like, please squeeze me in." And I said to her, "Yeah, okay. Do you know what? Fine. Come to my house at 6 p.m. Cool." So 6 p.m. comes, she's not here. Cool. 6:30 p.m. comes and she's not here. I'm thinking, okay. 7 p.m. comes, she's not here. And she's there. She's messaging me saying, "Oh, sorry, I'm stuck in traffic." But really, she just didn't respect my time. So she finally came at 7:45 p.m. And, I get a knock on the door. And I walk over to the door and I'm thinking, "Oh, why is she wearing a red hat? That's strange." I just, I just think, okay.
Just something you picked up on.
Yeah, I noticed there was red, because we have a glass door. So and I opened the door, and the girl had red braids in. Oh my goodness. I was just like, no, she's come to the wrong house, but I still let her in. I was too shy at the time to say, "You need to go back, because that is unacceptable. You're late, and you've come with braids. So what have you come here for?"
Yeah, that obviously wasn't discussed. You were meant to be taking out her braids and washing her hair and stuff.
Yes.
That's not the service you were offering.
Yes, it was given that she was supposed to come to get Brock's braids installed, not taken out, washed. Anyway, she came in. My mum actually had to help me. She's such a nice, lovely person. She had to help me take out the braids of this client, and then we actually eventually started braiding the person's hair. The good thing is she had really thin hair, and she had really thin hair, so it didn't get along, and she wanted bob braids as well. So luckily, it was good. But that experience was what made me have late fee policies. So if you're 10 minutes late, £30. So I'm joking. I'm joking.
Did you see my smile? I was like, really?
No, I'm joking, but
Okay, cool. It's so funny you say that, because that actually perfectly brings me on to the discussion around bougie hairstylists at the moment, which is like all over social media. You have hairstylists that are like, if you've got 4C hair, I'm charging extra. If you're this amount of late, it's charging like ridiculous amounts, and just their prices in general, a lot of people are saying are extortionate. and I actually saw an Instagram page has been set up called Auntie Does It Better, which is
You can show me that.
which is like basically this young lady has like just put out like aunties who are doing hair for a lot cheaper than these IG hairstylists, and sometimes better than some of these hairstylists that are charging like extortionate amounts. What are your thoughts on? Because obviously you're in that IG hairstylist realm, I guess, but I don't see you like them because obviously I get my hair done by you. You're also my friend, and I know you're not ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, what do you think though about that whole discourse?
Okay. Right. There's so much to say.
Yeah.
I think I've noticed there is a stereotype attached to a lot of London Instagram hairstylists, and I would say one of the stereotypes is attitude, which comes with the bad customer service. Me personally, I guess because we've grown up in Reading, it's not the norm to be that rude. It's just not the norm. So I feel like I would definitely say I don't put myself in the category of Instagram hairstylists because first of all, my attitude is in check. I'm very lovely to my customers. I'm even borderline goofy. So there is no sort of ego when it comes to me and my clients. But in terms of like, not being able to braid certain hair textures or having to blow dry hair before you start, I just think it's so stupid and silly because if you're a true hairstylist, you don't need to manipulate natural hair in order to do a fantastic job on your client's head. So it's such a shame that that's what's going around, and that's why at Braids Central we work on any hair texture, so DM me and
Book your appointment now.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So bringing it back to you and your journey, and again, we're in your salon, which I can't believe it. This is the first time I've been in the salon, so it's really exciting. And I expected it to be pink.
Yeah.
Not you telling me off. So I knew this wasn't going to be a serious interview, guys.
I've been telling her, you guys should come and help me in the salon.
Every time I've been available, her schedule hasn't worked. I just want to make that clear.
But I just think friends should go over and beyond and get the key off of me and be like, let's do anything you want us to do. So
noted. Taking that on board.
Okay.
So bringing it back to you and not me. Obviously when did you start working on the salon? Like, when did you get this space?
So I got this space. I don't want to say it because it's embarrassing.
No, say it. It's all a part of your journey.
I've got this space. End of August.
I don't know why you're laughing, because in all of that you've still been working.
Yeah.
So you've still been working pretty much full time.
Yeah.
It's still kind of doing all this other stuff, and then also getting the salon ready for you to be in here full time.
Yeah.
The reason why I asked, because obviously we're still in the process of getting everything ready.
Yes.
Have you gone through any trials and tribulations with that? Just like, because I think sometimes, or for you maybe, do you feel like at the beginning you're like so excited, like, I'm going to get the salon sorted, and like, when was your initial deadline?
First, it was around the 15th of September. That was the first deadline, and then the second deadline was the 1st of October.
Okay.
And then the upcoming deadline is the 1st of November.
Okay.
But I think this whole experience of opening up a salon was definitely humbling. Like if things don't go your way, life doesn't stop. Like you just have to keep on, moving. I think if I could go back in time in August, I would solely be the one to do all the research for finding my builders, and I think I would have contracted one builder to do everything because I got a lot of people telling me, oh, go to this guy, he's cheaper, go to this guy, and what happened was I went to different people and eventually it just wasted time because if I had just got one person, yes, that person might be a bit more pricey, but he would have been able to do it consistently within within a month, really. So sometimes it's not always best to just
To pick the cheapest
Yeah.
price, yeah.
sometimes just go for quality and go for someone that is serious about that it works. So
Yeah. But that's good though, because you've learned in that process.
Yeah.
And humbling experience is definitely a good way to explain it.
Definitely.
So then when you move in and everything is sorted, everything is set up, how is that going to impact your business? Because I guess the freedom that you have with being at home is that you kind of can work any hours.
Yes.
What will then change when you come to the salon?
So first of all, I feel like I can definitely up the customer service and the experience.
Yeah.
I definitely want to create more of a luxury experience, and I'm in the process of making the salon as pretty as possible. Me moving into this building, it means that I can really start to expand the business. I can start including more services, so I can't wait to get the salon sink installed so I can start washing clients' hair, especially guys, because a lot of male clients, they're like, Ruth, what should I do next? How should I wash my hair like this? So I'm excited to include more services.
Yeah. But
I'm also excited to start training women or men who have a passion for black hair, and I'm just really excited because I know that Braids Central will grow if I start attracting more passionate people like me. So yeah.
That is so exciting. I can't wait to see how Braids Central grows, especially because I feel like I've seen you from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So now it's like, oh my gosh, you've got your salon space.
Yeah, because you told me the other day, your braids are so nice now. What did you say? I just want to say.
I think I was one of the first people that you did cornrows on.
Okay.
And
So basically I wasn't good at cornrows once upon a time.
And that's fine,
Yeah.
because that's a part of your journey. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to praise her
Why
now.
are you shouting? Why are you shouting?
I was clapping for you, like, your cornrows are doing bits now. They look good.
Thank you.
Before they were a little bit shaky.
Yeah, well.
But this was what? 7 years ago. So it's actually okay.
Thank you.
So I'm really excited to obviously see your journey and your expansion. Do you have any like set goals where you're like, in 5 years time I want to be here, next time I want to be here, I want to do this? Do you set out your goals so precisely? Or do you feel like, because obviously you mentioned earlier on you're a bit indecisive, you would rather just go with where life takes you and leads you?
Yeah, so currently I think I have, in terms of me looking into the future, I have a 1.5 years
max
kind of what do you call it, projection.
Yeah.
I don't go any further than that because I don't like being disappointed in life, and I think sometimes 5-year plans are just a bit, I just think sometimes it's a bit rigid, and I'm definitely more of a free flow thinker. Some days I want to do this, some days I want to do that. So for me, projecting into the future, maybe a year in advance, that's good enough for me, and that's what I do. So next year, God willing, I will have staff. Like, do you know what? Next year, if you interview me, I want to be like, oh, sorry, because I have people just in and out of this space. So I just want to be. I just want Braids Central to be a very busy space. Yeah.
Busy hub, bustling, with stuff going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And then obviously I might already know now, as I've already touched on it. But I feel like I personally know how much you've gone through, different things that you've been going for. What do you feel like in this journey since you started being a hairstylist to now? What do you think your like few biggest achievements have been, or what are you like most proud of or excited about? I think it's good to like celebrate yourself and your wins.
Can I talk about my degree?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm really happy that I got a degree because uni's hard. Uni's so hard, to focus on something for 3 years and then, get your qualification, and I think that's a really big achievement for me.
Yeah.
Did you say 3?
No, just your any like few. Just,
okay.
You can do 3 if you want.
Also check out my page, my textile design page.
Yeah.
It's Obediah Designs.
I'll put it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just let you know, go know. So I think my second achievement There's so many, but I think me moving into a salon, I think that's been an achievement that I can actually be like, yeah, I've actually done this. So.
Definitely. I think we're all so proud of you. Like, this is amazing.
Thank you.
And then what about your biggest challenges? Did you go through, because I've spoken about this in previous interviews, and I think because it is Black History Month, I am obviously interviewing Black creatives and business owners and stuff, I think it is worth mentioning that sometimes when you come from like traditional African households particularly, going down that route can sometimes be difficult because your parents want you to go down the traditional education route. Did you have that same sort of expectation, or was your mum just super supportive?
My mum was not super supportive. No, not at the beginning. She did not want me to be a hairdresser. Saying, you're not going to be a hairdresser, you're going to go to uni, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer. And
that's like Nigerian's favourite profession.
Yeah, and I wasn't good at that. If you look at my grades, I wasn't good at science, I wasn't good at it wasn't that I wasn't good. It wasn't outstanding enough for you to now pursue it at university. And whenever it came to like art and textile design at school, A's. Like, it would be mad not to pursue something that you're actually good at. So when my mum saw those grades, she just started to relax a little bit. Like, do you know what? Ruth's clearly good at this.
Okay.
Let her just kind of go. Yeah.
Oh, that's good then. So she actually supported you from quite a young-ish age.
Yeah.
Like, from when she saw your grades.
Yeah, I would say like when I was 16.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 16. She started to be like, okay. Yeah.
This is cool. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh,
but you said one of the challenges. Yeah. I would say boundaries again, which is why I'm so happy. I keep talking about it. But when it comes to my price is my price.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even negotiate with me. Like, no.
Yeah, this isn't a market.
Absolutely. Or even when it comes to how clients talk to me in the DMs, like I make sure, the boundary is no, you can't talk to me like that. I am a service, like I understand, but I'm still a human being, like respect me, respect the business. But yeah, I think for me, I struggled with
How did you overcome that then? Because I know obviously if you're having personal conversations with you, that sometimes you're like, now you were like, what the hell, what do I say?
Okay, yeah.
To these people, how did you like overcome that sort of like difficult where you're like, you don't want to be rude, but you also don't want to be taken from mark, and you want to make sure that you have those boundaries. Yeah. Was that like a mental hurdle that you had to get over, or was it just a process that you had to keep?
I googled it. I googled how to talk nicely to customers because I just didn't know how. Obviously, I'm a nice person, but I didn't want to be taken for an idiot. Yeah. I'd call my friends like you. Yeah. Like I'll call you. I'll call Sandra. I'll tell my mum like, how do I respond to this client? And then after a while, I just started to like listen to what you guys were saying. And I just started to just
implement it.
Implement it. I've done it so many times now. I don't even need to call you.
Yeah,
I don't need to call you all the time. I only call her when it's the mad ones, the mad conversations. Like,
what the hell? Where do I go from here?
Yeah.
You've obviously been on a journey with Braids Central, from starting off just doing hair on the side, to then taking it more seriously, to now you're in your new salon space. What advice would you give to like young budding hairstylists or just start-up business owners?
I'm gonna talk based on who I was when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
If I had an older sister or a mentor at the time, I would have. If you're definitely interested in starting your own hair braiding business and you're really young as well, definitely volunteer at your local Afro-Caribbean hair salon. You may be sweeping for the whole day, but you're just learning more about the business acumen, how the senior stylist conducts herself around customers, and also you're learning how to do hair. So definitely volunteer. I know it sucks that you're not going to get paid, but look at me now. I have my own salon.
Look at me now.
Look at me now. And I pay myself, and it's because I've volunteered for so many years for free, learning how to braid. And also, if you just practice half an hour every single day on, you know, a mannequin head, get it from Amazon, £20, you know, 30 minutes every single day, just braiding, you're gonna get better. So, and everyone has half an hour, you know. So yeah.
Perfect. And then what about for start-up business owners?
Just start. That's so cliche. Even when I watch interviews, that's what they say. Just start. But I don't know if it's a thing related to black people, but I feel like we're perfectionists, and it has to be amazing. Like, I'm gonna say something quite controversial.
Ooh.
They just hate it when a business has their Instagram page all sorted, but they haven't been the business is not active, but they're preparing it. They're preparing the Instagram page like, oh yeah, but it's like, ew, just start and let the Instagram come later. Just start the business. And there's something very pretentious and weird about, I'm just a hater, but I just think it just symbolises an individual or a team that isn't ready to just go for it. So my biggest advice is go for it and do the Instagram marketing later, you know, to start. So yeah.
I think that's your piece of advice is very like, it definitely represents you. That's what you did. Like you kind of, the branding and stuff has all come as your journey, and you've like got your knack now for your TikToks, and you've got your colour and all that sort of stuff. But it didn't start that way. It started with you just building up a clientele and just like actually doing people's hair. Yeah,
because if you scroll my Braids Central, just go and scroll, you'll see the photos I was taking. I didn't care. Someone even commented saying, I think you need better lighting. And I said, I don't care. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Obviously you're in, like, I would say like you're in quite a, not competitive, but competitive industry anyway, because I feel like there's so many hairstylists and I see so much popping up. But on top of that, you're embarking on this new journey now where you're in a brand new salon, but you're on like the road, Oxford Road in Reading, which is just like so popular for black hair specifically, from barbers to salons to black hair shops. So you've come kind of like right in the middle of all your competition. So I guess the real question is, do you feel scared or threatened now that you're like embarking on this new journey on Oxford Road?
I would say there's a part of me that's a little bit, you know, am I really going to stand out? But then the majority of me is not threatened. I think that my services are unique, and I think it's because I'm very delicate with natural hair. I also feel like my Braids Central represents a place where black British people can come and trust that you're going to get a nice hairstyle, nice vibes, relax, and just have a good time whilst getting your hair done. And I think that because I'm young, I'm 23, I feel like I can only provide that atmosphere to that demographic. Whereas I think the other businesses on Oxford Road are for maybe a bit older people. So yeah, I know that.
You've got your unique.
I've got my unique wave. So yeah.
I feel like that was like your elevator pitch. Like I feel like as like an investor, and you just like given me your answer. So for that reason, I'm ready. So for that reason, I'm gonna ask a part two. One of the biggest fears for any business is not making profit. I believe the statistic is that for the first 3 years, the average startup actually loses money before making any profit. And obviously now you're coming into this space again, and that's going to be more of a financial sort of expectation for you. Are you scared at all doing that? Just like, forget about the competition, but just like, wow, like this is real.
No, I'm not scared. I think it's because of the industry that I'm in, which is black hairdressing, and there's such a huge demand for it that I can't really go out of business, which means I'm always going to have a demand. Whether it's lower in some months, it's still demand.
Yeah.
Also, with the industry that I'm in, when it comes to black hairdressing, a lot of it is being able to just use your hands. You know, when it comes to plaiting, all you really need, you know, forget all the sleek styles, all you really need is your hands and a comb. And so that alone means that my business expenses are very low. And it's really the rent that's going to be taking the majority. But also my brand is also a brand that kind of attracts influencers or people that like to, you know, pose with the hairstyles I do for them. For example, you know, you're always on my business page, doing TikToks with me. That's always going to bring people in because it's always going to be circulating on the Instagram algorithm. So when I interact with people that have a love for taking good photos, I'm always going to get
You're always getting customers.
I'm always getting customers, so yeah.
That was Ruth's answer to the real question, but overall this has been such a fun interview. I knew this was going to be a bit more crazy because we've been friends for so long, but thank you so much for being in this interview. I can't wait to see what comes next with Braids Central and the salon. If you want to get your hair did, if you want to be a part of Braids Central expansion, make sure you stay tuned, follow Braids Central, follow... What if it goes here? Follow Braids Central. Follow Obediah Designs as well, because that's the textiles designing page. And yeah, make sure you stay tuned for Ruth's journey. Thanks, guys.
Can't get near me, I'm wary, yeah. Ain't getting up with me, I'ma go silly. Turn up the city and chase with a Lizzie. Get to the bag, it's making me glad, I'm making them mad. You niggas are